Hi everyone, welcome back to Heavy Beer with Erik. This is review number 26, and for today we have a very special bottle. This is a members only bottle from Alesmith. It's the double barrel aged Lotza Vanilla Speedway Stout. As you all know, Speedway is a very popular beer from San Diego. It's the flagship from Alesmith, and Alesmith has been around for like 23 years, I believe. They're about to have their 23rd anniversary party next week, and so this year is the first one that they have a membership, and so they made this beer as the second bottle that they have for members, and it says Imperial Stout with coffee aged in bourbon and vanilla extra barrels with Madagascar vanilla beans. So, double barrel aging means that they took I believe for this one they aged it in the bourbon barrels and then they transferred it over to the vanilla extract barrels and then they treated it with vanilla beans, and that way it could get a lot of vanilla. That's why the lots of vanilla, and I believe also the name comes from one of the members that like he goes to Alesmith all the time. So and his last name is Lots, so they just put it as Lots of Vanilla. And this is 13%, so it should be a pretty fun review. And the membership is called the Order of the Anvil. And yeah, Alesmith does a lot of for their Speedway Stout. They do a lot of variants, and they always have like their barrel aged speedway. They have the Mexican speedway, Vietnamese speedway, and all of those. So I've heard this is a really good variant. So um, I got this thanks to a friend who knows one of the members, and she got one of the bottles from them, and she gave me this bottle to review it. So it's time to crack it open. Wow, I can definitely smell the vanilla all the way here. That should be good. Oh yeah, it smells like a bit of bourbon, a lot of vanilla, and it actually tastes kind of like a like milky, kind of like chocolate milk. It has a very sweet, like a very nice presence. It almost it's kind of like a mix between chocolate milk and like brownie batter. That's basically what I'm getting off the nose. Um, Head retention didn't last long. Um, but at first it was around 2 fingers, and now it's about half a finger. So that might be due to the glass. I don't know if maybe I didn't clean it well enough, or it's just a carbonation of the beer. But yeah, basically right now I can already see the beer through the leftover head. So all right, pretty excited for this. Time to dive in. Mm. So that does have a lot of vanilla taste in it. Um, but it's very sweet. It's I'm surprised at how chocolatey it is. And I do get a bit of coffee. I think the coffee is probably what gives it the chocolate kind of feel to it. Um, just the roastiness of it, but I don't think I'm getting much of the bourbon from the bourbon barrels. The I think the vanilla barrels probably took over, and during the transfer, and so basically what you get now is like a combination of the coffee and the vanilla beans. So gives it kind of like a roasty, um, like a bit sweet, just a hint of coffee and a lot of vanilla. And it's not as boozy as as I'd expect. Since it's 13%, this tastes probably maybe like around 8 or 9%, so it's still a little relatively boozy, but not 13% boozy. That's not what I'm getting. And the vanilla tastes really well. I think I mentioned it before, but I have a thing with like vanilla beers where I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, because some vanilla beers have like some astringent taste, like just like some harsh, bitter vanilla taste, and like when I like have like leftover taste in my mouth, it's just very very bitter. It's like I don't want to drink this beer anymore. But this is pretty. This is a vanilla has a pretty smooth profile. Um, it went really well with the coffee. I don't think it says what kind of coffee they used. Because a lot of times Alesmith will tell you what kind of coffee they used for their beers, or at least from where, but it doesn't say on here. Nope, doesn't say. But yeah, it's a really nice beer. I don't know if I'd go crazy about it and like buy a bunch of bottles of this, but definitely having like one or two bottles at home would be a very nice thing. Um, I know that during the release party they had the guy Lotz. He was there signing bottles just for fun and taking pictures with people, and people were buying like cases of the beer. It was crazy, and that was the only weekend that anybody that wasn't a member could buy taster pours or just drink it on draft without being a member. And I wanted to go, but I can't remember why I couldn't go. It was I don't think this has a bottling date, but it was probably back in. I'm trying to remember when the release party for this was. I think it was like around March, February, March, possibly April. It's like somewhere around that 3 month gap, 3 month window. And yeah, he was just there like signing people's bottles. I saw some pictures. It's pretty funny, and he's a he's in SD Beer Friends and like in a Facebook group for beer, and that's how I know about him. But I've never met him, and he's always at Alesmith. He goes maybe like 4 times a week, if not more. So I don't know how he ended up getting his name on a beer. That's pretty cool, and it's definitely a very nice beer. He must have like had some sort of suggestion or insight into it, but it came out very nice, very well. Alesmith usually doesn't fail with stouts. You know, it's their forte. Um, Pretty much all the Speedway variants have been like top notch. And that's mainly due to the base beer, the actual Speedway. Usually, if you have a very good base, it's most likely that you'll get a really nice variant, unless you mess up with the adjuncts or something like that, or the aging. But no, this one was really nice. I've had a couple other variants, the Rye Vietnamese Speedway. I've had the barrel aged Speedway. I've had the Mexican Speedway. I think I've had the Vietnamese Speedway. The not the rye one, but the regular Vietnamese. Obviously the regular Speedway, but it's been years since I've had the regular Speedway. I think I should buy a bottle and just try it out again. But actually no, I had it in March. I want to say no. No, I actually just had it in like June, the regular Speedway. Totally forgot about that. But yeah, it was really good beer. And before that, I hadn't had it in years. And but yeah, it's great to see how this adjunct this variant is it came out really nice, very well. I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting that the vanilla might be too overpowering for me, but it tastes really nice. Very smooth. It's like I said, very milky. The body isn't like too thick. The beer's not that thick. It's around like medium thickness. It's not like motor oil stout. But obviously the color is carbonation slow. Pretty much still smells the same. Maybe a bit bigger hint of bourbon on the smell. I'm just surprised that it didn't really taste any of the bourbon barrel. But then again, with all the vanilla in it, it probably just overtook the bourbon. But I don't think anybody's mad with that. Everybody loves a good vanilla stout. So yeah, and upcoming beer news, we have the Festival of Dankness in a couple weeks that I plan on attending. What else do we have? So Alesmith's anniversary is this weekend. It's Friday and Saturday. I don't think I'm gonna make it. It's also, I have work and it's also pretty pricey. It's like $45 for unlimited like appetizers and kind of like small bites and like 4 3-ounce tasters of their like most of them it's barrel aged stouts, including this one, and but I don't think I'm gonna go. I mean, I have work anyways, so it's not gonna let me. And so yeah, I think my next event is going to be the Festival of Dankness. I don't think I have anything before that, and I might just check out some other brewery. I know that several are having some like local releases, so I might go check something out. Maybe bring a crawler for my next review. If not, I have plenty of beers to choose for the next review. I just went to go pick up some stuff from Bottle Craft yesterday. I picked up my barrel aged All of the Lights. So I was able to get a bottle of the barrel aged All of the Lights from Abnormal, so I went to go pick it up. And so I gotta wrap this up. I think for this beer, my rating will be 4.5 out of 5, and we'll see how it warms up. But until then, I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.